What's up, everybody out there? This is your host, Miguel Garcia. And what I'm hosting is Hidden Apple Seeds. And today, I would like to introduce to you my youngin', okay? I think he kind of looks like me, all right? But you be the judge of that. He's a model, upcoming artist, producer, you name it. He has a lot going on. And this is a special show for me, and I'm going to introduce him to you right now, Tristan Garcia.
Hello, everybody. Hello. How you doing?
What's up, my son? How you doing, man?
Good, you?
I'm doing okay, man. Like this is I'm really excited about this right here. Like this show means a lot to me. Now, first, before we start, right? I just want you to introduce yourself by your artistry name.
I go by TRISROSAPARKS. That's my artist name.
Okay, now how did you come about that name? How did that come about?
Well, back then on Facebook, when I was in high school, my name was Rosa Parks. You know, a lot of kids went by different names. That was the name I gravitated towards too, especially when we was covering her in school. So yeah, I just threw the Tris in front of there, due to everybody you already calling me that, and it just goes smooth.
All right, cool. I'm gonna say this, right? Just watching you grow up, I kid you not, I was a little nervous, man. I was a little nervous. I'm like, did I give him enough tools? Does he even want the tools? Like, does he see anything in me that he would take, that he would use for himself or whatnot? And then I just started to say, hey, listen, like, you know what? Let me be patient. I know that he'll come around and he's going to show something. And voila, I finally started to see some things. And first and foremost, I'm going to say that I'm proud.
Appreciate it.
You all doing your thing. And this is my first question to you. When did the love for music come about?
The love for music came about, I would say when I was around 8 to 9 years old. I listened to my very first album through and through. It was Kanye West's Graduation. Fell in love with every song front to back. And then that's when I realized I had a love for hip hop.
Okay, so now, so you would say that was your first influence?
Yeah, that was my first
Kanye.
influence. Yeah.
Okay. You know who my favorite MC is, right?
Nas.
we go back and forth on this whole thing. Like we've been doing this for quite some time now.
Yeah.
Because I know we get into these discussions, right? Because I come from that era. When I fell in love with hip hop was probably maybe 4 or 5 years old. Okay. My first time actually experiencing hip hop was Planet Rock. All right. It was just the beat that I started to gravitate towards. It was like boom, bap, boom. It was like this boom bap with this whole different type of space age sonic. It was just crazy. And then there was this other song called The Message. After hearing that, I was like, okay, this is something else. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm feeling this. That was my experience right now. So Kanye did it for you.
Yes, yeah, he did.
Now, what would you say is the difference between the hip hop that I came up on versus the hip hop that you actually fell in love with and that you're actually doing now?
I don't think there's that many differences. I think there's just really, hidden similarities, if you ask me. Like, there's an old song called Computer Love or something.
Right.
It's like the same kind of like sounds that Kanye uses today. He actually have an album kind of like with the same exact elements as that song. I think it's 808s and Heartbreaks, yeah. So I feel like there's nothing new under the sun, you feel me? Everything is just getting repeated. It's just hidden.
Okay, so can you explain to me the difference between the whole lyricist compared to It's a Vibe?
Yeah, it's either, I feel like there's really two ways you could go in making rap music or hip hop music. You're either gonna be a songwriter or a lyricist. Songwriters tend to lean into the vibe type, just something you just want to listen to. You're not really going into depth and what's actually being said. And then if you want to be conscious or hear something very, very deep, that's where the lyricist is for.
Okay. Where do you think music is going?
I think they're really opening up to the songwriting lane more or less now, but I feel like there's always going to be space for lyricists. If you can write, if you could spit a 16 on the spot anytime, you know, you're always gonna have a place in hip hop.
You know, and I would say like you're actually in the interim of your journey. Okay, now if you're thinking about the end in mind, like what is your end goal?
I just want to be the best artist I can be while being myself. Like, if the best artist I could be is not going to be the best artist of all time, that's cool with me as long as I'm the best as being myself.
Listen, I would say that that is an amazing goal to set out for yourself. That is like, you know, but what I want to share with you, like, you know, as a parent, you know, and just like having a little know of the industry, you know, for being a promoter, as you know, like I've been a New York City nightlife promoter for many years, and I've met a lot of people, you know, and I know a little bit about a lot. It's kind of a scary thing when you think of the music industry, you know, because everyone does not deal on an up and up. And I don't say this to discourage, but it's discouraging for me. Like when you have your youngin in the game, you know, like you hope the best for them, but you're like, okay, like, you know what? I know he has to do his own thing. I would probably handle things a certain way. You know I have this toughness about me, but maybe I'm sleeping on his toughness.
Yeah.
You know? And so I wouldn't want to overwhelm you like my feelings. I try not to do that. Now, but I'm going to ask you this next question. Do you know how crazy that game can be?
Yeah, like even I've gotten like my feet wet a little bit because I started modeling, and I understand that whatever industry or lane you want to go into, it may be darker than it appears on the screen. You feel me? There's like a lot of elements and, you know, trials and tribulations that people do not know about or what have you. But I think I'm pretty prepared for it.
Okay. You know, with you saying that you're pretty prepared for it, like you gave me more confidence.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you don't get this yet, right? Because you're not a parent yet, but you know, hopefully, you know, I'll be a granddad one day, all right? All in Godspeed, you know. You would get that feeling, you know, when you're raising your little ones. Like it's just a scary feeling because, you know, you want to protect what's yours at all costs, you know? And I just know that fire that's out there. I know how I came up. You know, I've seen a lot of brutality out there.
Mm-hmm.
And where I'm from, like, you know, you just had to be pretty tough. And, you know, and I don't portray to be some type of gangster, you know, but I know if something came to me, I'm going to handle my business, right? And you just try your best to keep your kids away from that.
Yeah.
Try your best to keep your kids away from that. But, you know, but in the back of your mind, you hope that your child has that toughness. You know what I'm saying? If he's faced with it. Yeah. You know, like you get that, right?
I think I'm tough. Like, I've always, you know, felt like that as such. I feel like you don't have to worry that much.
Now, mind you, like, you know, he is my middle child. There's three. You know, I have an older one, Lorenz. This is Mr. Rosa Parks.
Yeah. Just Rosa Parks.
Then I have my little mama, who's nine years old, Lennox, right? So hey, listen, I'm a proud dad, and I'm proud of all of them. You know, but that nervousness does kick in, and I want to get back to this right here. Now, you have a new track out.
Yeah.
Okay, can you please talk about that track a little bit?
I have a track out called Harlem Highway. It's I always call it a R&B tune with a little dark twist or what have you. It's one of my personal favorites, and I'm glad that I got to release it, you know, pretty soon.
Okay, so did you drop it already?
Yeah, it's already dropped, and you know, we have a music video coming out. By the time this interview is out, the video will be out. So,
as a matter of fact, we're gonna premiere that video as well. So now, like, who did you work with, production wise?
Production wise, I worked with a videographer who's pretty much worked with a lot of people as far as like news go and, you know, big name people, but now he's branching off into working with jobs that he only wants to tackle. So this is his first music video, and I'm glad that I got to work with somebody working on their first music video. And to direct it, I had a Braveheart member, Marfo, direct the video for me. I just shot him over the concept that I wanted, and he brought the picture to life.
Okay, so how long have you been working with Marfo?
I've been working with him for about 2 years, and we really started like putting our foot on the gas for the last year. Like, yeah, we met in college, and we realized that we're more like-minded than, you know, pretty much others. So that's what pretty much led us to starting the group Braveheart.
Okay, wow, Braveheart. So like with Nas being my favorite artist, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna tap into that right now. You know, he has a whole clique. It's called Bravehearts. I don't know where they stand today, you know,
Yeah.
but they still, you know, have that clique.
Okay.
Now, what's the difference? Like, you know, how are you gonna go about that?
Well, Braveheart is spelled differently for
Spelled differently,
one.
okay.
Yeah, no E's, but, you know, still pronunciated the same. And also there's no S at the end. You feel me? It's just Braveheart.
Just Braveheart.
Yes, that's our group. And pretty much the inspiration for the title is literally what the name is. Like, we're just people with brave hearts. You know, anything that we want, we're gonna try to go out to get it. And we're just really good, pure, you know, energy people.
Okay, so like getting back to your partner, to Marfo, right? I want to make sure I'm saying his name correctly. How
Marfo, yeah.
Marfo, okay.
Yeah.
So now, are you guys like all the way like in sync in the creative process? Like, or you work on a particular thing, and he does something else? Like, how does it mesh?
That question is funny because it took a minute for all of us to be in sync. Like, that's really what we struggle with the most.
That's understandable. Okay.
Yeah, like it's like not everybody was on timing, but now I feel like this is the most everybody's been on timing. You feel me? And if you aren't with it, then you're just gonna get left at this point. But yeah, like to get everybody hands on deck, it pretty much was a struggle. Like, even, you feel me, I was a little lackadaisical at times, you feel me? But I feel like everybody's pretty much hit the switch and everybody's locked in.
Okay, and I'm pretty, like, how old are you now? Can you just...
21 years old, just turned 21.
Why do you say, like, you know, it was like in a Melikani kind of way, like 21 years old?
Yeah,
You're not happy to be 21?
I feel young and old at the same time, that's why. It's like...
You feel old and young at the same time.
Yeah.
Can you explain that, please?
Because technically I'm young, but I feel old. That's why I feel both. Because technically I'm young.
Now, I want to, like, for the folks out there watching, you know, please excuse, you know, like if it comes across like an interrogation, it's really not. He's my son. All right. So the questions are going to come across a certain way. So, man, you want to get into the video actually?
Yeah, we can get into the video. Yeah, we can get into the video.
Let's do that. I want you to introduce the video to the folks out there.
All right. So this is Harlem Highway, my first individual single. Pretty dope video. I hope you guys enjoy it. It took quite some time to bring the project to life, but I'm glad it's here and it's out now and I can share it with you guys.
It's fire. Check it out.
Out of the way, out of the way, move everything out of the way, out of the way, out of the way, move everything out of the way. She calls when it's snowy, Minnesota, how your new friends know me. Two of them remember used to blow weed. It was bro, then she blew me. Keeping shit 100, all your bitches know me. Keeping shit 100, all your bitches know me. Keeping shit 100, all your bitches know me. Keeping shit 100. She calls when it's snowy, Minnesota, how your new friends know me. Two of them remember used to blow weed. It was bro, then she blew me. Keeping shit 100, all your bitches know me. Keeping are simps, they follow trends. Pull over to my ends, I'll push you like my fucking pen. Yeah, she live with her mama, but she paying most of rent. 3.0 average, graduation letter sent, huh? Live with her mama, but she paying most of rent. 3.0 average, graduation letter sent. Vintage designer bag, she never wearing fast. Even on her calm days, she getting bitches mad. Acting like her mama, complexion of her dad. Rocking my Reese, yeah, she touch it with the rap. And her heart in pain, she tryna make a change. She tryna prove some, but tryna fix her lane. Typical girl shit, all these guys are lame. All these niggas are like, it's her who's the same. She goes winning, snowy, Minnesota, how your new friends know me. Two don't remember used to blow weed. It was bro, then she blew me. Keeping shit 100, all your bitches know me. Keeping shit 100, all your bitches know me. Keeping shit 100, all your bitches know me. Keeping shit 100. Out of the way, move everything out of the way. Out of the way. Out of the way, move everything out of the way. Out of the way.
Congratulations. Listen, I got the sneak peek already, but just like watching it again, it's like my second time watching it. Man, it's fire. It's fire. I know the folks out there, man, they're gonna receive that well. There's a part of it, you know what I'm saying? I want to touch on it. Like, it's kind of cringeworthy for me. Okay. You don't gotta like let it out all the way. Like maybe there's gonna be a part 2 to it, but it seems like you was creeping up behind the girl at the end of the video, man. That was like some Freddy shit, man. Like, what's up with that?
That's exactly what happened for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt like that part was pretty much intricate and important to my entire concept the entire time.
All right, you know what? Hold that. Don't say that. We may revisit that. Maybe not. We may. But right now, I want to introduce your partner, man. Marfo, what's up, man? Congratulations, man.
Thank you, dude. How you doing?
Y'all did the thing on that. Y'all really did, man. So,
thank you.
Now, how are you guys feeling, man? Just like collectively, like this project. Like this is actually your second project, right? Like how you feeling, man?
Well, I remember he was in the studio making that song. Well, it was his song, obviously, but I remember he was in the studio and we kind of from scratch until none. It was just like, this song is crazy. This guy, come on, you know what I mean?
Now, who's pushing who?
What you mean?
Who's pushing as far as like to get the work in? Because I know how he can create.
Yeah. Well. During the interview I was speaking, I was always like the person that was just like, yo, I just need to get things done, even from like college.
So you're that guy.
Yeah, I'm that guy basically. So like first, like he was saying like he was more like a days with it, and I'm just like, yo, Tristan, we gotta wake up. You know what I mean? But like it's obviously it takes time. You know what I mean? Everybody is not. I was always the one that's just like, yo, let's go. So like I remember we was in the studio and I made it. I'm like, yo, next is the video. You know what I mean? And we always sharing ideas, bouncing off ideas from each other.
Now we got a point where we push each other. I mean,
literally.
Yeah, we push out other great farm members too.
Okay, so how many members?
Four artists too.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are you from?
I'm from Ghana.
You from Ghana? Okay.
Yeah, from Ghana.
Nice.
I'm raised in Harlem though. Born and raised in Harlem. I'm an African kid.
Okay. From Ghana, born and raised in Harlem.
Yeah. That's
Man, I'm feeling that. Right?
Yeah.
So now the entire group, all four of you guys, you're from Harlem?
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Big Sue, Mo Millie, those are all great farm members. For me.
Yeah, just trying to create. Just want to try to be as creative as possible. Literally, like we just love the arts only, like whether it's just modeling, whether it's just acting, whether it's just really just a picture.
Fashion.
You know, a picture, fashion, clothes.
So you guys got your hand in everything, pretty much.
Yeah, I just wanna, we just love
All
art.
things that we love. I say, we're not gonna touch anything that we don't love.
No, but we don't feel. Yeah, you know what I mean? Even if I don't love it, if I still feel it some way, you know, then it could work. You know what I mean? Just if it feels right, then it's right.
Now, when I mention names like Dipset, ASAP Mob, and now Braveheart, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you're the new wave.
Yeah.
So, what's going to be, you know, the different thing that you bring to the table? Because, you know, they went pretty deep in this industry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like I feel like we can't run away from those comparisons. You know, you feel me? All we're gonna do is continue being ourselves, and wherever we rough comparisons we draw is just what we draw, just as long as we continue being ourselves. But to your question, I feel like obviously since we're in here, I feel like we're a little different. Like, you feel me? To people's view, it might not be that, but I feel like we're definitely just a little different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I actually want to hear that from you. Like, where do you feel this is different? Do you feel this is different?
I do.
Okay.
I feel like us as individuals, we all each I learn from each and every one. You know, we all like different music, we all like different things too. Like I speak to, for example, I speak to Mo and we'll talk about this artist or this. He's just sports too. Like we're into a lot of different things. You know what I mean? So I just speak to one, and he'll just tell me like something I don't know. You know what I mean? As also I actually appreciate that because like that could be something that's different from anybody else that ever came out. You know what I mean? So it's like we touching different things and we trying to do different things too. You know what I mean? I just think like even though they would like themselves, I'm not doing different things too. I feel like we also like a whole different lane even with them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's like even though we all similar, like you like we all similar, but it's like it's further.
I'm gonna tell you, like, you know, just sitting here with the both of you, like, I have like just this good feeling, man, that just enters the system.
Yeah.
Because I can see the innocence in this whole thing. But I know that you and this guy right here, you're not innocent. All right? Like, I know. Now, how old are you now?
I'm 21.
You're 21, right? So you're like, you're at the drinking age, okay?
Yeah.
Is there a lot of drinking and some smoking going on? And maybe some other things that I may not do?
We're entering adulthood. We're entering adulthood, so it's a little, you know what I mean? It's a little scary, but it's like we live like, I ain't gonna lie, we live like a little party life. A little bit.
But I mean, I just do this. Like, we don't, like, we just drink, smoke. No, we don't go crazy, but we don't need it.
Pay attention, I'm putting you on the spot right
Yeah, you are. We don't need it or anything. We just, that's all we really do. We chill most of the time. Like, we're not, you guys just be holiday.
Casual.
It's casual, yeah. We don't.
So you don't look to control substance for inspiration, do you?
No, but I feel like I do get a lot of inspiration, not off of alcohol.
Please elaborate.
Not necessarily off of alcohol, but like, you know, when I'm high, like I do sometimes get inspiration off that. And we actually have a song touching on that actually coming out.
We have a song, me and him got a song called
Ritual.
Yeah. And basically the hook is like we get high just for thoughts. And when we say that though, it's just like I've noticed that I think about things way differently when I'm high than when I'm sober. You know what I mean? Or certain ideas come in.
I'm gonna cut you right here.
Yeah.
Okay, now, how do the folks that raised you up until the age of 21 probably still look after you? How do they feel about it? If you can speak further, how do they feel about this whole?
I come from an African household.
Okay.
A lot of things that I do now, they don't even.
You don't tell them.
They don't. And that's their mentality. They don't understand.
They don't get it.
They don't get it.
So you kind of getting on.
Yeah. Well, it was a struggle. That was one of the struggles I had to do. You know what I mean? Right now I'm not in school. Right now I'm from Africa. My parents come from their country for us to go to school.
Right.
And now I'm not in school. So you know what I mean? That's definitely a struggle I have to go through now to this day. You know what I mean?
I'm saying this like one thing said with me, right? You know, I don't pass judgment on that. You know, I'm pretty sure like you have your reasons. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, certain things are like not for the camera, you know, but of course if you want to share that, you know, you want to share more actually, you can. let me tell you that one thing about being a parent, you realize that you could be the most hypocritical person ever when it comes down to telling your kids what not to do, because you probably did all that shit, you know? So, yeah, it's like, all right, like, you know what? It's like, do as I say, not as I do. But truth be told, y'all gonna get to a point where you're not trying to hear that. You can probably, yes, your parents to death, you know what I mean? Once, you know, we're not in sight anymore, you're gonna do what you do.
Right.
You know, so I try to just like be a little easy with that and just try to be a little more understanding. Like I never want to be that parent that would just like allow, you know, for my youngins just to like to run all over me. But at the same time, I don't want to play myself and act like I don't understand like what it is to be there. You know, I just like hope for the best, and I hope that you guys, I'm saying, like really like get it together and become like, you know, and work on being mentally sharp. Yeah. Be the artist that you are, but at the same time, simultaneously sharpen that mind up. You know, and don't get too carried away. I don't want to overparent the situation, right? You know,
I appreciate it. You understand? I appreciate it.
You know, but I will say that, you know, I'm so proud of you guys. Like, you know, your project, like, this is the second one for me that I'm here. Like, this is so fire. You know, so are you already like in the process of working on a third? How's the album coming on?
Well, I'll plan on dropping my next single soon. Well, the song's already done. I have songs done already, but I have this next video I'm about to drop. It's called Body. Everyone's gonna hear it. You're gonna see it. And,
solo project.
Solo, just song. But also having, I'm working on an album. Well, a little tape coming out maybe beginning of next year. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be my next.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm working on like, you know, dropping something like a tape or whatnot. But what's most important to me right now is getting visuals out to everybody. Like that's what I feel is most importantly. And I feel like as I get further in my career, I might slow down on the visuals. So right now, I'm just gonna drop as many as I possibly can. He just finished directing, like I said, Harlem Highway, and I'll be directing his video as soon as he gets his concept over to me.
You know what it is. It's just that he's gotta work on just bring it to life.
Yeah, a lot of things is weird. A lot of things are contingent on the people we work with. Because it's like, although we're ready today, we might have to wait 2 weeks for somebody to be ready. You feel me? Like, so all the things that we're rolling out, sometimes it's been stuff that we were thinking about doing 3 months ago.
Okay, that's pretty dope. This next question, like you may shake out a little bit. So now, relationships.
I love this.
How do you guys do with, from a relationship standpoint, you know what I'm saying, and you know, what you got going on and with being artists at the same time? How does that work? Do you have something going on? Do you plead fifth?
I'm beautiful. Just know that sometimes
you know, you put the energy out there, you're going to develop a fan base.
Yeah.
You know, you guys are pretty cool. Like, I can see that you're going to become a magnet.
Yeah.
Maybe a magnet already.
It's tough. As far as that, the general answer to your question is just tough. Like, I feel like me and him go through the same things. As far as relationships go,
subconsciously though, like it just like
it's like
same thing, you know what I mean? But it's like that's why I learn from you all the time, especially relationships. It's kind of not easy, especially what you're doing.
No, it's nothing easy, especially when you have a goal. Like my goal is this right now, not a relationship. This is my goal, so that I can worry about a relationship later on. You feel me? Right now, I feel like I can't worry about a relationship because it's prohibiting me from reaching my goal.
So what I'm getting at, it's not like you're saying you don't care about the relationship. You're saying that that's not, you know, the main focus. Like,
yeah, I definitely care about any relationship I put my foot in. You feel me? But it's like I have to care about this more than anything. Literally, there's nothing. I can't allow anything to stop this. Whether it's a friendship, relationship, whatever, cousinship.
You know, there is a saying like, you know, like never make people your goal.
Yeah.
You know? And I will say that, you know, just like in a disrespectful way. I'm saying, hey, listen, like, you know what, you can't help like who you fall for. You know, that happens. But the thing about a goal, you know what I'm saying, is to have it set and to actually go get that. You know, like there's a book that I read, it's called The Alchemist, and it pretty much explains that. You know, it's to stay on your journey. I'm saying that any love that's there, you know, at the end of your journey was a love that's meant to be, you know? And that's not just only for you, that's for anybody you guys deal with or decide to deal with.
Yeah.
You know? And I also want to just ask you guys about this, like, is it about getting success, you know, just from a money standpoint, or you just doing what you love?
I'm just doing what I love. Honestly, like, obviously it's about the money. It is about the money, but it's like, I love this so much, like, even if I'm not a quadrillionaire or like a billionaire, you know what I mean? That's the goal. But it's like, as long as I'm coming out with what I love, I'll be fine. As long as I'm reaching my peak, my fullest potential, then that's the best I can do. You know?
So it's really about loving what you're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just feel like all I care about, I feel like
You care about money.
I care about money, yeah, definitely. What's most important is I feel like the things that's in my mind were meant to be shared with the world. So that's literally all I care about. That's literally all I care about. So it's like I have to get these ideas out. You know? So if it makes me some revenue, then, you know, for me.
You know, and I call that being an artist. Like, you know, I mean, the cool thing about that, you know, that you are speaking of, both of you guys are speaking of loving our art, but at the same time, I can tell, like, you know, you don't want to be no fools when it comes down to the business aspect.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what definitely I go back into, like, making sure that you're sharp with it. Because you have some artists out there, like, you know, like, they're like so unique and dope, but they don't know shit about the business.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, they get played, you know, or, you know, they want it so bad that they get taken advantage of, you know, and I wouldn't want that to happen to you guys. Hey, listen, if I can help it, like, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
You know, and one thing that I will say to you is just be careful with the lights, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody, especially from where we're from, you know, this is about the bright lights, okay? Understand there's a difference. You have the lights that inspire, and then you have that light that gets so hot that it burns you, okay? So, like, understand that right there. You can just get that, you guys will be fine.
Yeah.
No matter, is there any questions that you have for me?
Pretty much, no. I really,
Nice going. This is your chance, man.
Listen,
So we gonna smoke together?
no, it's great because like I like listening to you speak because I know like it sounds like you've been out here, like you're from New York, like you said, right? So like I like to hear the thing that you know. Obviously older than me, I like to just receive advice all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I have a specific question in my brain, but like if I do, I'll definitely. You know what I mean?
Ask on.
Yeah.
Ask on. Hey, listen, like, you know what? He's right next to me. He doesn't always take advantage of it.
You should, bro.
You know?
You should, because I ain't got, you know, my parents not from here.
Yeah.
I always say it's not from here, they don't really understand anything. You know what I mean? Well, like what I'm trying to do, or like what's in New York. You know what I mean? So you gotta appreciate that.
A lot of the things you tell me, I tell them. So
that's true. So it's always.
See, like, I don't know that. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. No, we're not.
It's the truth.
Bro, we're always on good energy. Always.
Yeah, we fight, but it's like
we're never like on. Don't be wilding out here.
We just want to get better. That's all it is. I mean, we don't do anything to. That's what Braveheart is. Like, so not everybody got a Braveheart. That's why everybody can't be Braveheart. But that's literally what it is. That's our whole goal, our whole MO. Because we never really talked about what Braveheart is. You know, a lot of people see this movie coming up, but it's like literally you just gotta have the heart. You know, it doesn't matter what else you bring to the table.
You know what I mean?
You just gotta have the Braveheart.
Some people say they want it, some people don't show it, bro. They just say they want it, they go halfway, they half-ass it, you know what I mean? I wake up every day, this is on my mind.
Every day I'm angry.
It's on my mind, I'm angry. I don't really make it sound like it's a bad thing, but like every day I
Why
watch
so dark?
Nah, it's like a
we want it.
Kobe mentality.
Yeah, it's like
It's a mama mentality.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like angry, but it's like I'm like after the world. Like it's like I'm not where I want to be at right now. I'm waking up here, and I want to be waking up here. You feel me? And I know I have the ability to get there. So
and we understand that it takes time, so it's not
Yeah.
over anything. So
it's not rushing, but it's like
so
we're on it.
it'll be alright. I know that.
So I want to get back to the drinking and drugging.
Alright.
So like, so like, wait, so we gonna drink together and we gonna smoke together, right? Listen, we keeping it 100 with y'all. Like, I'm not trying to front like I'm this perfect man. You know, that's not what I really do. You know, but I've done these things before. I still drink, but I don't really smoke it. So like, when we gonna do this together?
We drink. We drink.
Okay, I'm talking about the whole smoking thing.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
You know, I'm not cool enough.
I don't even smoke.
You don't smoke like that. So how do you smoke?
It was casually.
So I mean, I want to see, like, you know, how did you get it? After indulgence, it's some deliciousness.
You see me sometimes. I'm pretty much the same.
I see you sneaking in, acting like you ain't do shit. I don't have a spot right now. Yeah, so we decided a date.
We're gonna do
I'll let you hang out with your dad. You know, let's just see how this works.
We can do that.
But we still got it.
Yeah, we've done that. Yeah. Not too crazy.
That's okay.
We've done that. 21, of course, you know, we got to do that. We didn't do the whole, you know, the update.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, there's nothing past that, right?
No,
No, yeah.
a little bit.
No.
You said not yet.
No, I didn't say that.
I said no, not even a little bit.
That's just, I'm really scared of stuff like that. I'm scared of
You
drugs.
know what?
I'm scared
I'm
of it.
glad.
I feel like my body couldn't take it. So.
Continue to be scared. Because that shit has destroyed me.
Yes, it has.
I would not, that'd be a sad story.
Yeah.
You know, that you guys get into something that you love, you know, for that to be, you know,
Yeah.
your fate there. Like, that's just so whack.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, actually, you know, you're doing this as well, like you're on your journey, and while being on that journey, you're actually inspiring a generation behind you.
All grounds. 155th town. Like, people been there for years. Nobody, no role models there, you know what I mean? Luckily, I didn't grow up to be or somebody that's in a block selling drugs all day. Thank God for every day. It's just like, I just want to inspire these people. That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
That's one of my goals too. I just want to let them know, like, there's more to life than the jets.
So there's a lot of people I feel that's out there that's has goals. Well, I wouldn't even say they haven't even formulated into goals yet because they're scared. Like, you feel me? We just want to show people that you can do whatever you want. You feel me? Like, it doesn't matter what age you're starting at. It doesn't matter if you like this and your friends like this. You feel me? Or if this is cool to them.
Okay.
This is what the girls like. This is what the guys like right now. Like, just if you passionate about what you like, there's a fan base for everything. Literally.
Okay, like we're closing out. Like, what artist is currently out there right now that you, like, what's your dream collaboration?
I would say The Weeknd.
Okay.
The Weeknd is mine, just because how
He's dope.
everything from lyrics, production, his cinematic videos, everything. That's my favorite artist all the time. So not just me. That's my favorite artist.
Okay.
My honor would be Frank Ocean. You know, for me, I feel like we're really similar. Like, I'm kind of calm. Sometimes shy dude. For me, he's kind of like behind the scenes, but he's really, you know, great. His music he's definitely the first singer who I could listen to through and through. You feel me? Like, he's really had an impact on my life and, you know, my view on music. So Frank Ocean would definitely be somebody that I would collab with.
So you got The Weeknd, you got Frank Ocean. Both artists, you know, they got far reaches, man.
Yeah.
Commercially successful. I think that that's a good goal to set. Hey, let's say it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
The real quick, like, you know, I heard through the grapevine, like, you know, that you're named the Kodak Black. Like, you know what? Don't even answer that. Don't even answer that. Don't answer. We can just read that. That was like, you know what? Hopefully, we'll get that collaboration soon. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Hidden Appleseeds. Peace out there. Y'all stay safe. Have a good one.